Mowing, lifting, sowing, baling, drawing, hauling, and buck raking, backing, stacking, ploughing, crash, shipping, wrapping, taildoors flat, sucking, diesel, cutting, trucking, spreading, piping, double clutch, spinning, sliding, digging, rigging, rearing, leering, losing weighing. Oh, hit the diff and pray that she goes all the way. When I'm flat to the mat with the party hats, I'm heading for the tea. When the thought that we were quitting, well, when the sun went down, with a flame from the pipe drove all night till the fuel it ran out. Oh, give me oak with plenty of poke and a can of busy start, and 1,500 acres hauling 40 ton of grass. But I said goodbye before July to the woman in an awful rush, and it was near Christmas before I got back in touch. Well, I found a sail, but I had no brakes, couldn't keep it cool. With loads of power right behind the now, so we give the pump a screw. Well, out all night waiting, no lights, only seeing stars and bloom from the moon, and the diesel light in the dash. Mowing, lifting, sowing, baling, drawing, hauling, and buck breaking, backing, stacking, ploughing, crash, shipping, wrapping, taildoors flapping, sucking, diesel, cutting, trucking, spreading, piping, double clutch, spinning, sliding, digging, rigging, rearing, sharing, losing weight. Oh, hit the diff and pray that she goes all the way. When I'm flat to the mat with the party hats, I'm heading for the tea. Well, the thought that we were quitting, well, when the sun went down, with a flame from the pipe drove all night till the fuel it ran out. Here we go. Slapping through the gears, since Snapchats of what I'm at to everyone on the beer. Hit the jewel low and start the road, all wheels in the air. It was my chance to graze the nipples I never knew was there. Well, I need some sleep and new teeth for digging the dozing in mug. In case it rains, need an old chain lying in the truck. Well, it's liming, mixing, piping after the field is cut. There's many's a gap you won't get at without 6,000 foot. Well, it's mowing, lifting, sowing, baling, drawing, hauling, and buck breaking, backing, stacking, ploughing, crash, sipping, wrapping, taildoors flat, sucking, diesel, cutting, trucking, spreading, piping, double clutch, spinning, sliding, digging, rigging, rearing, sharing, losing weight. Oh, hit the diff and pray that she goes all the way. When I'm flat to the mat with the party hats, I'm heading for the tea. Well, the thought that we were quitting, well, when the sun went down, with a flame from the pipe drove all night till the fuel it ran out. Oh, hit the diff and pray that she goes all the way. When I'm flat to the mat with the party hats, I'm heading for the day. When the thought that we were quitting, cause the summer doesn't last, but we're heading to New Zealand, where the crack it only starts.
So what a great way to start the show this week. Hit the Diff from Marty Mone, and the man himself joins me now in the studio. Marty, how are you, sir?
Not too bad, all's good.
Good. That song, Hit the Diff, has become like an anthem, hasn't it, for you?
Well, yeah, it seems to be doing pretty well and still going strong. It's 4 years, I think, now at this stage, and it still seems to be going strong. So it's brilliant that it still has that power at this far on.
And when you were writing it, did you ever imagine how big it was going to become?
No, I didn't. I actually thought, I was building a wee studio at the time, and I thought of all the songs I wrote that it definitely wasn't going to be the one that, so when I put it out, it pretty much went out from the day I put it out. It just took off. It was instant, so no, definitely not. And the saying music, it's always a song you don't think that makes it, so that's surely proof.
Exactly, but it must be great when you're up there on stage doing one of your big gigs and the whole audience out there is singing that song along with you.
Oh, unbelievable. That is, it's very hard to get used to that at the start of something you were sitting in your house that only you knew about, and then all of a sudden all these people has took time to learn these lyrics that you were writing on a piece of paper. So it's actually amazing that when you're, even yet I'm still not used to that, the feeling that gives you.
And I read somewhere that it was one of the most played songs here in Belfast on Spotify or something. People were playing
right.
it like mad.
That's right, on Spotify, yeah. And in Belfast, and that's what I'm saying, the city seems to be you know, it's getting played in places and cities that you'd never imagine, you know, so it's strange that as well. So
the thing about Belfast people when they're singing it, they haven't got a clue what they're singing. There's all kinds of dodgy words making its way
That's
into
right.
it.
I do notice that in the comments that the people are still a wee bit, they're still not sure, but I think people loves mystery, and I think that's why they love Many's famous song. There was words that people sung for years, the wrong words, and I think that makes the song even more popular when you don't know, you know.
Did you want to become kind of a well-known singer right from a very early age?
Well, it was started with the guitar. Singing, I never imagined myself being a singer when I was younger, but I was always into guitar from 10 years of age, and I always wanted to play guitar, and guitar was what got me into it. And I don't know where in the middle of it all, I can't even remember where I took this idea of starting to sing or even getting to do lead singing in bands. And in the middle of it all, I started to write music as well, and I don't really know where, even yet, it's like, where did this come, because the guitaring was all I really wanted to do. So then eventually, by 15, I was writing my own songs and playing in bands and doing a lot of lead singing. So the guitar was really what got me into it. And then now I'm nearly forgetting more on the guitar than I'm learning. It's all about writing and singing. So it's actually funny the way it goes, towards around.
And of course, at the time as well, you were driving lorries and tractors and things, and that kind of is what inspired Hit the Diff.
Well, that's it, yeah. So 10 years of age, I started to get into driving a wee bit, and I was working full-time by 18 and playing in bands and driving for, I think it was, I suppose 15 years full-time. And one day I took this notion, sitting in the cab of a lorry waiting to get the digger filling it. I was like, I'll put a lock of, you know, this line, give me a yoke with plenty of poke. He says, that's a good line to start. We'll start there. So then the song ended up 2 songs, which was Hit the Diff and Pray She Goes All the Way, and then the other song was Mowing, Lifting, Sowing, Baling part. So I was like, that's 2 good ideas. And then eventually I says, what happened if I put the 2 together? So I had 2 ideas that I put into one about my job, and then that was it. It's sort of, so it's I still have notepads, diaries in the lorry where I was meant to be. Instead of that was the lyrics wrote in the pages. So that's actually how it happened.
And the good thing about you as well, you do everything yourself. You've got the recording studio, you write your stuff, you produce everything in-house by yourself.
That's right, yeah. So that's it. You do all yourself, and sometimes it doesn't help, like even environments of studio like this and that. Sometimes then that you're so used to doing stuff yourself, it's like, you know, hitting record and that. But I never thought that either. And when I was building my first, well, I suppose better studio, it was actually, I just done Hit the Diff. That was another thing I used to sort of record Hit the Diff in it. But I never thought I'd see the day where you'd be actually doing all that, which I really love that part of it as much as the live performing as well. Creating in the studio and doing all that part of it, it's very exciting because you don't know what's going to happen when you get up in the morning.
And do you enjoy making the music videos as well? I
do. The biggest problem with that is ideas.
Yeah.
At least when you come up with an idea with a song, you can sort of create it there and then. You don't really have to with videos. You know, and another thing with the videos, Hit the Diff video was very simple. I took the photos on my phone at work, and that's the funny thing about it. It's the highest views, and to get the same views it has, I've tried all kinds of stunts since, and you know it's nearly impossible to get another song to catch it. But that's another thing. It's the videos. The simpler the video, the better they seem to be. But I really like them because it gets you out and about as well and doing things, you know, at the studio. And
you injured yourself, didn't you, on a quad bike or something from one of your videos?
That's right. The latest for the new album, Stay the Rear. So I was doing a kind of a car video and bikes and that, and I pushed it a bit too far and come off one of them. So I was in hospital for a while and that. So that delayed the thing a wee bit, but still it. I recovered, lucky enough. Well, I think I've recovered, other people haven't. But
tell us about the new album. It's out now.
New album, Stay the Rear. So there's another 10 original songs on it. So it's a good mix. Like I said, Stay the Rear is a driving song, another driving song. That's like the follow-up. It's sort of like if you come to a junction, you'd hit the diff, then you'd slip the clutch, which was on the other album as well, which for the trucks, and then Stay the Rear. So it's like a 3-part series. So where it goes from here, I don't know, but on the album then there's a mix of all kinds of music then as well, a complete. The first album was kind of mixed, brave mixed, this one is well mixed as well. So yeah, it seems to be going all right, and there's a few songs on it that it was a wee bit, I don't know but people seems to be, they're getting as much streaming and downloads as the others, so it's it's good to see, you know.
Well, we're going to finish now with a slightly slower song, aren't we?
That's right. This is a song called Better Than a Dream. It's on the first album. I actually wrote this album was getting ready to send it master for print, and I actually wrote this song because I felt the album needed it. So now making my first album is my tour best-selling song after Hit the Diff and Slip the Clutch. It's called Better Than the Dream. So it seems to be very popular for dances, weddings and stuff, and for all different things. So I'm glad that something so different than Hit the Diff is getting so much play as well, you know.
Brilliant. We'll hear it now. Marty, thank you so much for joining us in the studio.
No problem. Thank you very much.
So here we go one more time. Here's Marty Mone.
Elliott sorts of life's jigsaw in search of a missing piece. But I wonder what did float above us and what did lie beneath. Because I know I beat my goals, my life is not complete. 'Cause finding you was finding that lasting missing piece. And yes, it's true, it's because of you and everything you said. Make an ever with myself, to make an ever with my dad. And I just want you to know, when I had a dream made it, but from it you were free. 'Cause meeting you was better than any dream could be. In all your years of making this world a better place to be, I want to thank you for taking that time, spending time with me. Spending time with me. From we met, I don't regret a second that has passed. My only wish that time with you didn't go so fast. And from your eyes to butterflies, like a coat of many colors. Your voice is like a poem that runs into another. And your nice smile you can never hide, and how you make me feel. So I wrote this song with a pen that you give to me. And this is how it goes. When I had a dream made it, but from it you were free. 'Cause meeting you was better than any dream could be. In all your years of making this world a better place to be, I want to thank you for taking that time, spending time with me. Spending time with me. Spending time